Hello, this is what I'm grateful for today. This is Deborah, and I'm grateful because I actually had someone to contact me, which you can come in and you can see him here rather. It is 305636. This young man right here, and he asked me some questions, which I'm going to try to answer in this video. He wanted to know. First, he asked what happened, and what I can tell you is that. Bear with me here so I don't get too emotional. Anyway. It was, I guess I want to say early morning of January 5th, 1990. My two sisters, younger sisters, and my friend Barry, we went to a club on Fort Eustis, Virginia. And we hadn't been drinking or smoking or doing anything crazy. After we left the club, there were some words exchanged between the driver, which was Barry, and some other people in the parking lot. So, because we didn't want this thing to escalate, we decided to leave very, very quickly. So we did. We left. About halfway off the base, we discovered that these people that had words with the driver, Barry, which was my friend, were following us. So the last thing that I remember was asking Barry to slow down, because I can only imagine with three women in the car and there's just only one man and there was four of those guys, that maybe he became afraid. I know I probably would have. And I remember asking him to slow down. And when I woke up, it was 3 days later. That's all I remember. I remember saying to him, slow down. And I remember waking up in the hospital and them telling me that I would never walk again. Now, I did read a police report several months, almost a year later, that said that the car hit a tree. Yeah, the car hit a tree. So, and that they said that the speed, I believe he was tracked at going was like 90 miles an hour. So that's what happened. He obviously lost control of the car, hit a tree, and I've actually been to Virginia since then and seen the ravine where the tree is. There's a huge mark there from where, the car hit the tree. It was years ago, so that was 17 years ago, but the mark is still there, surprisingly. So one of the other questions he asked is, what is your condition now? Okay, well, my condition now is I sustained what's called a C7, C8 spinal cord injury. It's complete, which I don't know the difference between complete and incomplete. But I'm sure you can look it up. I don't even completely understand it. They explained it to me, but I don't know. I just don't get it. Anyway, let's see. Quadriplegic means that all four limbs were affected, as you can see with my hands, my right arm, my left hand, both my legs. I don't have the ability to move them. So that's what quadriplegic means. And that's my physical condition now. And the next question he asked is, what is your current outlook without the procedure? And I first saw this question, I thought, why would he be concerned about my outlook without the procedure? But then as I began to think about it, my outlook without the procedure is still a good one, because as you can tell on my channel, calling it about gratitude, is that I realized over the last couple of years that I had a whole lot to be grateful for. My husband, my son, my health, my family, and just everything that I've opened myself up to learn since all this has gone on. I do have the ability to drive. I do have a very loving and attentive husband, and I get to homeschool my son, so I have a lot of things to be grateful for. I mean, that's pretty much my outlook, even without the procedure. And then his next question is, how would having the procedure affect your quality of life? Oh, now that's a loaded question. My quality of life would just improve immensely. I would be able to do things with my husband and my son that I've not been able to do. I'd be able to go places I've not been able to go. I would be able to do simple things like take a walk on the beach with my husband, go dancing with him. Yes, I dance with him in my wheelchair, but it's nothing like being able to stand up arm in arm and slow dance with him. I so am looking forward to doing that. To do things without other people's assistance is probably the biggest thing. I would have complete and total independence as far as my physical care and my day-to-day activities, going places sometimes by myself. So I hope this answers all of the questions. I'm not feeling the best today, but it's cold here and there's a lot of snow, and when that happens I tend to get very sluggish and not feel the greatest. So 305-636, I hope this answers all of your questions, as well as anybody else who was curious as to what may have happened. And I hope you can see me really well and that the lighting is better in this video than ones in my past. And I will still be probably looking into getting that little lamp as a lighting suggestion from a new young woman that I met here on YouTube. Her name is Tanya TKO. You probably know her. So, well, that's my video for today, and that's what I'm grateful for. I was contacted by 305-636. And like I said, I hope I answered all these questions to where you understand and feel better about whatever it is you all decide to do, whether it be making a donation or sending these videos out to your friend list to help me raise awareness. I did unfortunately get a letter back from the news station here saying that they didn't wish to interview me until I returned from having a treatment done, although you would think that they would want to interview me now so that they could look at a kind of before and after situation. But they said that they're very careful about doing these kinds of stories, so I don't exactly know what that means. However, I just choose not to allow that to bother me. I've done some internet radio interviews. I'm going to be doing more, and I will be sending those out to you as well if you'd like to hear those. I've done one on web radio so far, and one with Hussein Hill from NBBTA. And I'm going to be doing 2 more in January, as well as I'm doing another internet radio interview this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm getting a lot more publicity and raising awareness on the internet than I have been on the news, although I did get one phone call from a newspaper that is willing to interview me the first week of January. So I will keep you posted about that. I do appreciate all of your consideration, donations, and help. Thank you again for stopping by my channel.